Hi, 5th grade. It's Ms. Skioka with your Flip Math lesson for today, 2-7. Today's objective is I can subtract decimals precisely. So just like yesterday when we were adding decimals, today we're going to be subtracting them. Here's our first problem. A glass wing butterfly's wingspan is 5 92 hundredths of a centimeter. A monarch's is 4 37 hundredths centimeter. What's the difference of the wingspans of the two butterflies? So first I'm going to find my important information. It's asking me to find the difference of the wingspans. And the wingspans are 5 92 hundredths and 4 37 hundredths. And I know that important clue word there is difference, and that means I'm going to be using subtraction. So I found the important information, I know my operation, and then I'm ready to solve the problem. So here are two numbers, 5 92 hundredths, and I'm going to subtract 4 37 hundredths. So just like yesterday, I'm going to start by writing the first number clearly and neatly and legibly, and then I'm going to write the second number by starting with the decimal point and then writing the rest of the number around the decimal point. Now I can add my subtraction, my minus symbol, and my equal bar. And now I'm ready to subtract. I'm going to subtract just like I would with whole numbers, borrowing if I need to. So I see on my first number here, I can't take 7 away from 2, so I'm going to borrow from the 9, change that to 8, and borrow 10. And now I have 12 minus 7, and that's 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. I'm going to bring down my decimal point, and then 5 minus 4 is 1. My answer is 1 55 hundredths of a centimeter for that problem. So let's practice a few together. So first we're going to find 49 59 hundredths minus 7 9 tenths. So I'm going to rewrite the problem vertically up and down. 49 59 hundredths minus, I'm going to put my decimal point, 7 9 tenths. Now just like yesterday, if we have a hidden 0, we need to put that in there, and that becomes very important with subtraction as well. So now I can subtract. 9 minus 0 is 9. 5 minus 9 I can't do, so I'm going to borrow from my neighbor. 15 minus 9 is 8. No, sorry, 6. I had a brain fart. Bring down the decimal point, and then 8 minus 7 is 1, and 4 minus nothing is 4. So my answer is 41 69 thousandths, and I box my answer. Alright, now it's your turn to give a few a try. 16 82 hundredths minus 5 21 hundredths. Remember to put them vertically and then subtract, lining up all the decimal points in the place values. Pause the video, and then in a few seconds come back and I will share with you the answer. Okay, so I made sure to line up my decimal points and all of the numbers in their place values, and my answer is 11 61 thousandths. Number 2, 7 21 hundredths, or I'm sorry, I just realized I said this wrong. 11 61 hundredths. Sorry. Number 2, 7 21 hundredths minus 6 1 tenth. Okay, so first I noticed that there, after I lined up the decimals and rewrote my numbers, there was a missing 0, a hidden 0 in there, so I put that in. Then I subtracted, and I got 1 11 hundredths as my answer, and boxed that. Number 3, 23 6 hundredths minus 8 24 hundredths. Okay, I lined up my decimals. I did not have to add any hidden zeros in there, but I did have to borrow, and I actually had to borrow twice right there, and I got an answer of 14 82 hundredths. Number 4, $43.80 minus $16.01. Okay, after I line up the decimals and then I subtract, I get $27.79. Number 5, $10.05 minus $4.50. Okay, for this one, I didn't have to add any hidden zeros, but I did have to borrow from two next door neighbors to get to be able to subtract this 5 right here from the 0. So make sure that you pay attention to how many times you have to borrow and how far you had to go over to do that. You should get $5.55 as your final answer. Number 6. The Great Pyramid is 143 and 5/10 of a meter tall. The Pyramid of Giza is 65 and 5/10 meters tall. What's the difference in height of these two pyramids? Underline the important information, figure out what it's trying to ask you, what operation you're going to do, and then solve the problem. Okay, the important information in this problem is that the Great Pyramid is 143 and 5/10 of a meter tall. Pyramid of Giza is 65 and 5/10 of a meter tall. And it's asking me what is the difference in height. And that keyword difference tells me I'm going to subtract between the two pyramids. So right here I wrote it out vertically up and down, made sure to line up my decimal points and all the place values. And then when I subtract, I get 78 meters. That is my final answer. All right, we are finished for today.